The Giant of Ginger Hill, written by Jill Eagleton, illustrated by Kelvin Hawley. A giant lived on Ginger Hill. He loved to go stamping and tramping in his giant boots, but he stamped and tramped so much that the leaves fell off the trees. "That giant stamps and tramps too much," growled the people of the town. One day the giant looked at his boots. "Thunderation!" he shouted. "My boots have holes. There are holes in the heels and holes in the soles. There are holes, holes, holes everywhere. There are holes, holes, holes in the heels and the soles, and my giant feet are bare." The giant went to the shoe shop. "I want some new boots," he said. "No," said Sadie the shopkeeper, "I have no more boots." "No boots?" cried the giant, "but these boots have holes." "You have stamped and tramped too much," said Sadie. The giant looked at his bare feet, and he moaned and he groaned. He moaned so hard that the windows cracked. "Stop, stop," shouted Sadie. "You can have these giant flippers." The giant loved his flippers. He went slapping and flapping all over Ginger Hill. He slapped and flapped so hard he stirred up a dust storm. "That giant slaps and flaps too much," growled the people in town. One day the giant looked at his flippers. "Thunderation!" he shouted. "My flippers have holes. There are holes in the heels and holes in the soles. There are holes, holes, holes everywhere. There are holes, holes, holes in the heels and the soles, and my giant feet are bare." The giant went back to Sadie's shoe shop. "I want some new flippers," he said. "No," said Sadie, "I have no more flippers." "No flippers?" cried the giant. "But these flippers have holes." "You have slapped and flapped too much," said Sadie. The giant looked at his bare feet, and he whined and wailed so loud that the ground cracked. "Stop, stop," shouted Sadie. "I have some gigantic slippers." The giant looked at the slippers. "What can I do in these?" he said. "I can't tramp and stamp. I can't slap and flap in slippers." "You can pitter and patter," said Sadie. The giant loved his slippers. He went pittering and pattering all over Ginger Hill. "Wonderful," said the people. "Wonderful," said the giant. And he sang in a gigantic voice. "No holes in the heels, no holes in the soles, no holes, holes, holes anywhere. No holes, holes, holes in the heels and the soles. Slippers are the things to wear." The end.